Hey guys, John here. Today's patch is called Trance of Neptune in Toxic Biohazard. Alright, so that's a patch. If you like the patch, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. So let's dive into this patch and see how it was created. So first things first, on this top section here of the synth, we have 8 voices of unison. Detune is standard at 20%. The unison pan is 100%, so left and right. We are going to be using glide time on VT, and the glide time is 33%, 33, 34, around that area right there. The master envelope, I didn't change much except for the release, and it's 1.136 seconds, because we do want a little bit of that release, kind of that tail, to really have that trancey type of vibe. We are going to be using a little bit of drive here at 15%, and I brought down the master volume 8.7 dB, because as you add more oscillators and more stuff, it gets a little bit louder, so you kind of have to compensate for that. So the main thing happening here in this synth, is why it sounds the way it does, is this type of gate going on here on the first LFO. So we have gate 1 selected here, and this is this kind of pumping gating sound that we hear. And as you can see down here in the center section where it says LFO 1, all of these 4 oscillators are going 100% into this LFO here, so that's why it's giving that pumping rhythm type of sound. Now the sync is going to be 1/4. So now let's jump into the oscillator. So we're using a total of 4 2 saw waves and 2 square waves. So this first saw wave is 100% in the mix, minus 50, so all the way to the left channel. The second one is 100% in the mix and to the right channel. So the 2 saw waves are kind of being left and right, kind of playing with each other on left and right speakers. The only real difference is this detune by 6 right here to kind of differentiate them a little bit. Moving on, we have a square and then another square, and it's kind of doing the same thing, except this square right here is 81% in the mix, and oscillator 4 is 100% in the mix, and they're going minus 25 and right 25. So think of the saws as far left and right, and then the squares as a little bit more indented towards the center to kind of give each oscillator their breathing room, so you'd say. Alright, so moving on from that, let's dive into the filter here. So we are not using the envelope amount, but we are using LFO1 amount all the way to the top right here. The cutoff's going to be at close to the top at 98% here, the resonance at 5%, so a very small amount there, and a little bit of key tracking at 34%. So that's mainly it for the sound generation. Now for the effects, we're going to be using a combination of delay first that gets fed into the reverb on the right-hand side. So this delay is going to be 2/16. The time is going to be 50%, feedback 60, rate 24, depth at 19%, blur 50, and then the mix 32. And then this is always getting sent to the reverb on the right-hand side, which the decay is 33%, high cut 48, dampening 50, and mix 62. Now that's basically everything within the synth. Externally, what I have added here is an EQ to kind of correct the low ends, to cut some of that really, really low end stuff out here. And then on this 5th band here, 1.3K, I kind of brought it up a little bit to get a little bit more of that presence in there. And always my handy dandy Valhalla reverb here, sending just a little bit of reverb to that right there. And we also have a little bit of bass here just to kind of hold in that low end. Just kind of doing his job there. And that's pretty much it. If you like the patch, it's always available for free download in the video description below. And that's how this one was done. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.